What's up, YouTube? FatKings Phil coming at you for week 15 of 2021. I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy back in July of 2013 and plastics full 360 back in May of 2020. Details are below. I also had revision surgery earlier this year. I want to say, I don't remember the date. It was pretty early on. I want to say early January. So, so that is where I'm at right now, recovering from that. I have maintained a weight of about 233 pounds, which, that's what I weighed when I went in before they cut off 7 pounds, and then I went back and they, sucked out another 2 or almost 2. So really I should be probably 223, 224, somewhere in there. Let's say 225 and just call it easy. So technically am I up a little bit? Yes, I'm up a little bit. I did get down to 220 after surgery just because I wasn't moving. I wasn't going to the gym. And I've seen as high as 236. So, I've been like anybody else, just trying to maintain in my range. And every time I cross over that if I cross over the 235 mark, I freak out and then I try and reel it back. But really, I've just been trying to drop down below the 230 mark, but my body just likes 233. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm only coming back to you guys really to add this plastics revision video. Most of my swelling's gone. There's a little bit, you'll see in the video, there's a little bit left on the sides. But I mean, if this is how it looks with this in another couple months, it's gonna be smoking great. So I mean, this is it. I mean, this is me. I mean, I'm not worrying about it anymore. So are there other places on my body that I see now that I'm like, oh shit, there's skin there? Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Would I do anything about it? No. I'm done. I am done. I will say that the amount of time snapping back from lipo wasn't that bad, but the lingering pain is not pain is the right word. Discomfort is not fun. That's something I really wanted to kind of touch on. So when you do plastics, and I don't think a lot of people talk about this, the amount of physical damage that you're doing to your body by having large swaths of skin cut off, it damages a lot of nerves. So there is a lot of reduced sensation, numbness still for me. There's, things are in the wrong place. Like in other words, if I think my belly button itches, it's actually somewhere else because the nerves that were there are now in a different spot. And I get a little discomforting sensations around the scar line, around my waistline, which is right where my belt hits right on the scar line. For most of the time, that it's just right there. And so, I do get itchy and phantom pains and things there, but the nerves are still healing. I don't know how much of that will come back. It's probably going to take years, if it comes back at all. But just be aware, you're damaging nerves and things. It's not just removing skin, and you're doing that to approximate a normal looking body, right? So it's not going to erase everything, but it will definitely fix the areas that you're probably concerned with. If you do, like anything else, just like the weight loss, if you do the work, I'm in the gym 5 days a week. Let's just say 4 on average. I have a specific routine I do. I try and still eat clean every single day. I don't really succeed at that. There's some weeks I'm great and some weeks I suck. It's consistency, right? So the idea is to be more on the side of consistently good and consistently not good. So that's pretty much it. I'm not going to belabor this too much. I've just been living life back out in the world. Just not staying locked up. I did end up getting the Johnson & Johnson vaccine before they shut it off. So I didn't really want the vaccine, but I do want to travel. Having already had COVID, I felt like I got my own natural immunity. What the hell's the point of it? I've heard all the people talk about it and all that stuff. There's no way that they have any supportive data of that this early on in the study. So sorry, whatever, do what you want to do what you think's best for you. I did what I thought was best for what I want out of life. I was supposed to do some traveling next week. Unfortunately, the universe had other plans for me. If you had asked me where things were going, not this Saturday, but the Saturday before, I would have told you pretty much right everything I'd hoped for, right on track. This week I would tell you that you know, there's still opportunities to make that happen at some point, but I would say I'm back in the back in the other side of things. So and I know that's vague booking, but would you expect anything less from me? I'm okay. Like, I mean, I've learned so much. I will tell you that the biggest part of this journey and probably the best investment was the mental and emotional work I've done in counseling and just putting that stuff into practice, like really practicing, really putting it into play, upping my personal, knowledge of just, self-improvement, different books, different techniques, different skills, and then, and just keeping those, constantly reinforcing those, because it's not natural. It's just like lifting weights. If you don't keep going, you lose it. So you've got to constantly putting them into play. Look, man, I'm not perfect either. So, obviously there are days where I don't handle things well. I definitely slip back into old bad behaviors or old bad reactions to things before I catch it. But most of the time now I catch it. So again, it's a numbers game. Do you catch it most of the time, or do you miss it most of the time? I think I catch it most of the time. And I deal with the fallout when I don't. I mean, I acknowledge it. I walk through it. I understand where it came from. I just reinforce those skills. Anyway. Again, without knowing my specific problems, that probably doesn't make sense, but I'm sure you can apply it to yours. All right, that's it. I'm going to shut up. Here's a video of the skin. I don't know when I'll be back, so we'll just go from there. But until next time, remember, it's good to be the king. All righty, guys. So this is, I can't go too low, obviously. This is the scar line. It's pretty, it is muscle and bone. There is nothing, little bit of light material here. But really, for the most part, the scar is pretty well healed up now. It's about probably as good as it's going to get. I don't have any complaints because, obviously, trunks would be up here. Well, you saw where my boxers were. I'll show you in a second again. But here is where he cleaned up with the lipo, here and here. If you guys remember from before, there was just a lot more there. I could do like that, and you can see it. It's gone. There's still some swelling. I can feel like a hard spot here. And a little bit of a hard spot back here. It's more so on this side, but he did a lot more work on this side. So, all of this is just, this is pretty much bone. Like, pretty much. There's a little tiny bit of material, but, it's bone right there. And then down into here. So, and then the bone drops off. So, I'm not complaining. When at a low, even low, I covered the scar line. So, I don't care. Even if somebody did see the scar, who cares? Belly button healed up pretty well. It's a little more oblong than it was. And it's a lot, the scarring was really pretty rough around there. The scarring is pretty aggressive. I can feel it. But all in all, 234. I'm not complaining. Feels pretty good. Feels pretty tight. So I will say that I didn't feel that tight in the front until about 2 weeks ago. Finally felt like everything was tightened back up. So I think that last little bit of swelling in the front went down, over here mainly, and it's giving me that more of like a pull. I feel like things are all pulling. So that's a nice feeling to have back because that was gone. And then, like I said, it's just so, there's just nothing. So, all right, that's it.